Hey, it's Gregg Binkley. Welcome back to Acting Lessons for Life. Today I'm at lunch, but I was just thinking a little bit about my career. There was a period for 6 years where I was a spokesman for Del Taco.
Aren't you Dan from Del Taco?
Yes, I am.
And when I was trying to get past that as an actor, I thought to myself, how did Sean Whalen do it? Sean Whalen was an actor who got past it, despite the fact that he was really known for a Got Milk commercial.
Hello, for $10,000. Who Excuse me? I'm afraid your time is almost up. I'm sorry, maybe next time.
Got milk?
So that commercial was a huge hit, obviously hilarious, and really put Sean on the map, really made him famous for his face. But how do you break free of that? Well, Sean recently came to my acting class and told the students how he did it. Here's how he actually booked the commercial.
It was Michael Bay, and it was known that Kevin West had worked with Michael Bay a few times, so everybody was like, this is Kevin, you know? So this is the big lesson. Because I knew I wasn't going to get it, I just didn't care. So I went in there and I put tons of peanut butter on it.
In the audition?
In the audition. My face was 10 times thinner and, you know, and I just went like just stuffing my face, which they were laughing at. And then when they did, they didn't have an ending. So then they said, I'm sorry, it's over. Well, they didn't have what to do. So I just went, like I'm like a loser, and then we filmed it on like a Thursday, and the following Monday, not like a week, 10 days, so not the next Monday, but the Monday after, it won the Clio for best commercial.
So that's how he got the commercial, but he was able to break free of that. That's such a big step for an actor. One of the things he did was he got recognized by Steven Spielberg, and he ended up in Twister.
And I was in an acting class, and my friend says, your life's going to change. And I said, why? She said, I work at Amblin, and Steven Spielberg loves your commercial.
Oh, wow.
And I said, okay. And she goes, he loves working with faces he likes.
Wow.
And a year later is when I got Twister.
All I'm saying is don't fold the maps.
I didn't fold the map.
Yeah, well, Kansas is a mess. There's a big crease right through Wichita. Roll the maps.
But the lesson there was, I didn't care.
Right.
I just didn't care. I was just having fun.
Yeah, you know,
and doing what I thought was funny.
Well, I love that but a lot of times people go, yeah, go to an audition, just don't care. But a lot of people then take that to mean, well, I'm not even going to do the work. You did outstanding work, but you were detached, right?
Well, yeah, because I just did what I thought was funny.
Yeah.
What I thought, and that's, you know, I've learned that now that I'm on the other side of the camp. The people who do that stand out.
Yeah.
You can tell.
He also got a lot of other movie roles. Here he talks about when he worked with Tom Hanks and that thing you did.
Hey, how do you sell a chicken to a deaf man?
You're a jerk, Ken.
You say, hey, would you like to buy a chicken?
Eat my shorts, Ken.
Shut up! I'll kick your ass.
Tom Hanks he mostly directed me, but it was funny because he would say, you know, say it like this. And I did a yelling thing.
I remember.
And he just goes, hey, yeah. And it sounded just like, there's no crying in baseball. You know, he said it just like that. And I was looking at him. He goes, what's the matter, Sean? I go, that's your thing. Like, I can't. And he goes, no, don't do it like me. He goes, I'm just saying to you. And I said, oh, okay.
Hey, when are you going to play that thing you do? Yes, we want to hear.
Has our fame preceded us?
Hey, we came here to meet girls and dance, and we can't meet girls until we dance.
I love that movie. I think
It's a
little
great
bit
movie.
Underrated.
It's
the
totally.
music's great, too.
The music's great. I was in his lowest performing movie.
Yeah.
Neato.
Thank you.
But he didn't just do movies. He did so many hit television shows. Here he is in an early episode of Friends.
Hi, one mushroom, green pepper, and onion?
No, that's not what we ordered. We ordered a fat-free crust with extra cheese.
Wait, you're not G. Stephanopoulos? Oh man, my dad's gonna kill me.
Wait, did you say G. Stephanopoulos?
Yeah, this one goes across the street. I must have given him yours. Oh, bonehead!
So despite being in a hit show like that, hit movies like those, as actors, over time, it really is a challenge to continue to book work. And the thing is, we cannot take it personally. I asked Sean what lesson he wished he knew early on that he does know now.
You've had such an excellent career. What do you wish you knew earlier that you didn't know for a while?
That it has nothing to do with me personally. Nothing. It literally has nothing to do with you personally. And this is coming from now that I'm just cast a movie with some, working actors and stuff like that. My acting teacher early on at Playhouse West said, you just gotta not forget it's a photograph. And when people take a photograph or paint a painting, they have an idea of what they want it to look like.
So as you heard him say, he's on the other side of the table now. One of the things I really admire about Sean is he's taken the bull by the horns. He's creating his own projects. One thing I encourage everybody to do. Here's where he talks to my class about the projects that he has created.
I did a one-man show, and then I had the script that I just did, Crust, and I was gonna just produce it and write it and act in it, and my manager said, yeah. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, look, anyone can get a producer credit if they help bring in a guy, so no one takes that seriously. Writing it is great, but you co-wrote it. And I said, okay, but and he goes, and I'm starring in it. He goes, yeah, but you're putting yourself in your own movie. It's not big, He goes, you got to direct it. And I was like, oh, I don't want to really. And he goes, dude, you got a director. No one's gonna care. And it was great. Like, I loved it.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. It was so great.
What in particular did you love about it? Because you did a
that
great job.
That we're in control. That
Right.
we're in control of everything. We're so out of control. I was always inspired by like Stanley Tucci and those guys. They did a movie called Big Night, and Billy Bob Thornton, who did Sling Blade.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, those guys didn't get a lot of new directing jobs. They got a lot more acting jobs.
So great having Sean come to the class. He shared so many great lessons. But that's one of the big lessons. I've been at it for over 30 years. Sean's been at it over 30 years. You have to find your way forward in this business. We can still book work, but we can also create work. I really thank him for inspiring my students to do that. So as you go on your journey, see what you can do this week and in the weeks ahead to create what it is you want for yourself in this business and in your life. Appreciate you watching again. Please hit like and subscribe. We'll be back at it with another episode next week. What are you doing?
This is one of those post-credit scenes. The kids seem to like it. It's really interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm continuing to eat. If I'm going to give credit, I should give credit to Mendocino Farms for this wonderful iced tea. It's delicious. And to my friend Paul Boland for shooting this. See you next week.